Hello everyone, welcome back. Upfront Off-Road here. Today I'll be going over what it's actually like to daily drive and run 37s on my 2021 JL Rubicon. A lot of people say that, oh, it must be terrible, or it must ride really bad to run these tires or burn a ton of fuel, and it's actually really not that bad. I've had them for just over a year now, put about 5,000 kilometers on it. And the first thing was everyone says, oh, they're going to rub, well, they don't. So my setup, obviously a Rubicon, so you get the higher clearance fenders. I have the 2-inch Mopar lift, and I have these fuel candy apple rims on these spiked lugs. Because the stock JL lugs don't fit in these rims, so you can get different ones. I ended up going with these ones, and these are 17-inch rims. They're 9 inches wide on a 37, 12.5-inch wide tire. And the specs for the rims, they're 4 inches of backspace and -12 offset, and they don't rub. They do rub the top of the fenders at max suspension travel, like when you disconnect your sway bar links, but if you don't disconnect them, you can turn as hard as you want or flex it, and they don't rub. And the second thing, everyone says it's really bad on fuel. It's actually not that bad. This is the Jeep Wrangler, so mind you, it will be a little better because of that. But it gets about 14 to 14.5 liters per 100 for daily driving. And that's no highway. That's, like country and city driving. So that's not too bad. It rides really, really soft. This is probably one of the smoothest driving vehicles I've ever been in. It rides smoother than our Ram. Anyway, you can go over pretty much whatever bump you want as fast as you want. It's really not that bad. But a lot of that, I believe, is due to the Mopar suspension. And these are 8-ply tires. I didn't go with 10s. So I wanted something a little softer to ride. And I did upgrade ball joints. I went with the TerraFlex rebuildable ball joints. They really don't look a whole lot different. And I also went with a Rough Country dual steering stabilizer, just for a little bit of help, correct some bump steer maybe. And also, one thing about the Rubicon, it comes with the big brake kit. A lot of people don't know about this. I actually didn't mention that in my other video talking about the Rubicon, so maybe we'll redo that, maybe not. If I do talk about it, that means I redid it. But yeah, it has these great big rotors. Like, you could not get a smaller rim on here, and they have dual piston caliper brakes, or dual piston brake calipers. So in the front, they don't in the rear, but that's pretty cool. Like, the brakes still work really, really well. Really didn't notice a whole lot of difference when I went to 37s. They're a little bit harder to stop, but not enough to matter, I don't think. And plus the e-torque too, like once you tap the brake and you're off the gas, it kicks in too to charge the battery, so it'll break you a little bit on that, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so answer the question, can you daily drive a JL on 37s? Absolutely. So far I haven't had any problems. I mean, it's only 5,000 kilometers, but I did a lot of research myself, and I don't think you would have much of a problem. But it depends, like, if you're putting, 40, 50,000 kilometers on in a year, doing all kinds of highway, you're going to burn a lot more fuel and wear tires out. It's really not ideal. But if you don't do a crazy amount of driving, or you can afford the gas and the new tires, yeah, you most definitely could. I don't think it'll hurt anything. I would recommend, if you're going to run this big and wide a tire, you get running boards. The stock ones are even better than these, but the Rubicon doesn't come with them, so I actually ended up putting these on. And, I mean, these are pretty ugly. I don't really like them that much, but I do recommend some sort of mud flap on the front right here to save the side of your vehicle. You really don't need them so much in the back. Maybe just a little one right in here, but it's really not that big of a deal. I don't think you need one to the back. There's really nothing you can chip back there. And one other thing about running 37s is the stock bracket. It will not fit, so you can get a spacer and put it on this, or you can get the after factory ones that supposedly reinforces all that and pushes this out more. I'm really not a fan of that. I wouldn't recommend running your 37 on your stock tire carrier, or even if you upgrade to the reinforced one that Mopar has. I mean, you can. A lot of people do and don't have problems. I wouldn't recommend it or do it myself. I'd recommend a full metal rear bumper that has a tire carrier that comes out right here somewhere, so your tire actually sits mainly on your bumper, so it's putting the weight on your bumper and not wearing the bushings and the pins and your hinges out. But that's just my opinion. Some people say that doesn't really matter, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's that's pretty much it. Hope this answers any questions you guys have. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments down below. See you later, guys.